Well, a little change of plans. We were driving down through 29 Palms on the way back and came across Old Dale Road, which goes into kind of the back side of Joshua Tree. It's really washboardy. I'm thinking we might find a place up here in the canyon just to spend a couple days for, why not? We've got our home with us. But I didn't want to air down the tires, and it's pretty washboardy, so it's like 4 miles per hour. I'm gonna go a little ways and see. Maybe it won't work out. I don't want to have to air the tires all back and forth again, so if I can just take it easy, take my time, come up here, then yeah, we'll get up here and we'll do some camping for a couple days. But you can see it's really nice here. Just, you got the canyons kind of up in here and the desert over here, and figured why not? Oh, a little adventure, right? Might be easier if I actually just go into the desert. Well, that was sketchy. We got off the main road into the wash, and we were in about a foot of sand, and I had to gun it to get out of there, and then I got stuck, so I had to put it in 4-wheel drive and still gun it to get out of there, to get on this hard pack that you can see here to get back to the main road. Wow, that was sketch. Well, we wanted an adventure. We got a little bit of an adventure. I think we're gonna stay to the main road from now on. Was not expecting that. It was very soft. Yeah, look at this cool place we found. So we're just gonna post up here for a couple days. We're kind of off the road. The road's on the other side. And yeah, we're just in this canyon area. I'm pretty sure that's an old gold mine. Up there, there's the tailings, you can see. I actually did some gold mining, some actual at a gold mine for, I think it was 1.5 years while I was looking for work. So I'll have to go up there and check that out for sure. But yeah, we're just gonna chill here in the old Sunroamer. Sweet. What do you think, little girl? Is it a little bit windy? Huh? Probably less windy than it would be. That's for sure. Because we're in this valley here, or canyon. My mustard. I'm sure every hard luck gold miner story starts the same way. Met some guy that found a little gold, or some guy opened up a claim and is selling that claim. Some kind of hard luck story. Believe it or not, I've got my own gold miner's hard luck story to tell you. Lily and I decided to go up and check out this old mining area and see what we were about to discover. So what I found out is the place where we're at is the Virginia Dale mine. And it was a mine back in the early 1880s. Little was known about the residents here, the initial residents, and they pretty much gave up in 1886. They just weren't having any success. But during World War I, another guy came in, opened up the mine, just kind of refurbished it, installed a new mill, but he set out to sell it for $500,000. But Jim died suddenly, so no deal was ever made. And then another guy later came in 1923. He fixed the mill, operated it for 3 days, was forced to shut it down due to a lawsuit. So finally, 7 years later, 7 years later, 1930s, another outfit came in, started the processing, 40 tons of ore each day. So it eventually started producing ore, but so cool to check out these old remnants and see what was here at the time and how difficult it was to mine in this area. My goodness. And you can see from these vats how it's a gravity-fed system. It's starting up high on the mountain and then coming down progressively lower, lower, and lower. And that's pretty much how we used to do our gold mining. We would start up at the top. We would have, I think 2 different size rock crushers we used to get the rock to a manageable size. And then it would go into a couple ball mills that would ground it down even smaller and smaller. Once it got down to that size, it would go into a sifter that was a kind of an automated screening sifter, and it would sift it down 3 levels until it finally got to a slurry. Once it got to a slurry, we would send it to a shaker table, your typical shaker table, and at the end of the shaker table you would have your gold ore. And we were definitely producing some gold there. We met this old-time miner that had invented this huge tower that was a gravity-fed system. So the rest of the slurries, or the rest of the slurry, would go into the top of this thing, and there were, speaking to him, there were riffles all the way around this thing as it fed gravity down through the water, and each one of these was designed to subtract just a certain ore. So supposedly this thing was supposed to come out 10 different nozzles at the bottom, and each one of those nozzles would go to, again, gravity fed, to a different barrel, and each one of those barrels would hold different types of ore that were all valuable. So we ended up running this system for a year and a half. Although we did get some gold out of it, we never were able to process the individual types of ore because each one of those really requires a different system to extricate that ore. And before we could do that, we had investors, and those investors, we ran out of the investor money. And we didn't make enough in the gold, so we were unable to finish and figure out whether this was going to be something that would set the rest of us up for life working on this. And I got on the ground floor with these friends of mine. But what could have been a golden opportunity ended up being something that we all had to stop. The mine was shut down, and we all had to find different jobs. I'm sure our little hike here, although we saw a couple of the vats and some of the foundational areas where probably the mill and stuff used to be, a lot of this has just been taken over by the desert and this harsh environment, and I'm sure we missed
a lot of probably what was here. But like I said, Lily and I, we only had just 2 days up here just to hang out before we had to go to an appointment further down the road. So I'm glad we were able to stay here and check it out and see this amazing place. But we will definitely, if we come back for King of the Hammers next year, I plan on spending some time here. This place is dotted with mines and in all different kinds of condition, which would be really cool. It turns out that we came in from the 29 Palms area, where most people will come in from the Joshua Tree and come in through Joshua Tree to get up here. And from what I understand, the mines that are in better shape are further in on that side.